Man, I almost can't believe I'm making this video, but I'm here to actually congratulate Treyarch. You guys are finally fixing your game only a month after launch. We know you've been prioritizing updates like the black market and everything before actual fixes to the game that make it way more playable, but you know, today's update 1.05 bringing in Nuketown, I will say, does fix a lot of problems in the game. So I'm going to go over that. I'm going to talk about what I think about the patches, because there's a shit ton of patches to this game. And then of course Nuketown, I've already made a video on that for today, so go and watch that as well. So I hit y'all with the scarce double upload today. I don't generally do that, but you guys know how it is. I mean, this is a big update. I have to talk about this. I've been bitching and complaining for weeks now about how broken this game is, about how all these things need fixed, about how it crashes all the time, about how they're prioritizing the black market over everything. So I'm gonna say, good job, you finally did something that makes this game worth it. So today we got 1.05, which is probably the biggest patch we've gotten for the game altogether so far, so a lot to talk about. I want to go ahead and talk about first, yes, Nuketown is in the game. The multiplayer map is in the Nuketown playlist. I know you guys are super excited to get on your PlayStation 4 and play that. You know, it's okay, I guess. It's not terrible. It's not the worst thing I've ever played, but it's definitely no BO1 or BO2 Nuketown. Anyway, the gameplay balances in multiple modes are finally here. Submachine guns pretty much all got buffed, actually, which I was glad to see because these things have been worthless. The only one that didn't receive a buff, actually, was the SOG. Kind of disappointed. It's a bit of a pea shooter, but with the dual weapons or whatever you want to call it, dual gun operator mod, whatnot, you know, it is pretty good. Anyways, the MX9 has had its kill range for 5 hits up to 6 meters. The GKS got 5 hit kill range up to 3 meters, Cordite was up to 3 meters, and the Spitfire was up to 3 meters. This is in multiplayer only for all of these. All of these weapons also got increased ADS move speed, so the SMGs are going to be a little bit better at range, they're going to do a little bit more damage at range, and on top of that, you're going to have better move speed and ADS, which honestly I think you should. They're SMGs, it's not like you're carrying a goddamn backpack in your hand, so I was glad to see that. The Maddox received just a tad bit of a nerf, not to damage or anything of course, but you will have slightly increased recoil on your first and second shots, so it's not going to be a laser, at least as much. The Echo Fire Operator mod also had its recoil penalty when equipped removed, that way it is more usable, encourages you to kind of use that. I don't really care, as someone who plays with the Maddox a lot, I refuse to run anything but Quick Draw 1 and 2 and Fast Mags and a red dot on that weapon, or I'm sorry, an ELO on that weapon. That Quick Draw just pulls that shit out quick, man. It's insane how quick you get that weapon up, and then Fast Mags with the quick reload. The Maddox honestly is closer to an SMG in my opinion than an AR anyways. It has really good range and everything of course, but I mean, you're shredding people up close with this gun, so I'm not running anything else on the Maddox. The KN-57, one of the most underrated guns in the game, now has reduced idle sway, so you're not going to be rocking back and forth looking down the sights, and its 4-hit kill range was slightly increased by 1.5 meters in multiplayer, so this gun might be a little bit more usable for some of you right there on the border of using this gun. Also, the Rampart 17 got reduced idle sway, and its 4-hit kill range was also upped by 3 meters, which is double the KN's, but it did get a slightly reduced recoil of its first and third shots, so this weapon is going to be a little bit more accurate. I've always had a problem with the recoil in this gun, that's why I hate using it in the first place, is how much recoil it has. They have to be careful buffing this weapon in my opinion, because I'm not really trying to get the Scar L or anything from MW3 with this thing, so you gotta relax a little bit on that one. Tactical rifles, aka assault rifles that didn't make the cut. The only one that got updated actually is the Swordfish. It has a slightly reduced delay between bursts, reduced idle sway, and the Pentaburst operator mod, now standard burst delay inside of that, so it's going to fire a little bit quicker, a little bit less of that idle sway, so when you're looking down sights, you're not swaying all over the place. It's going to be a little bit more usable unless you're using that operator mod, which is going to give it that standard burst delay. Thankfully, the Titan did catch a bit of a nerf here. It has a reduced ADS speed. It also has an increased sprint out time. I don't understand that, actually. It has an increased hipfire spread, and the stock has reduced movement benefits when equipped. Basically, I see they're just trying to make this thing less like a submachine gun. You can literally run a Titan at the same speed as like an AR or an SMG in this game, and it's ridiculous. The Titan is just way too overpowered as it is right now. I feel like it's that one overpowered weapon no one really wants to talk about, so glad to see that. The snipers, man, especially the Outlaw, just changes upon changes here. The Outlaw now has an increased fire rate, greatly reduced idle sway, increased ADS speed, updated rechamber animation to make it easier to stay on your target, the recoil centers more reliably, it has base damage increased by 10, only affecting shots to kill at an already damaged target. But regardless, the Outlaw has caught a major buff. Honestly, I'm glad to see that, because this is the one sniper that I would want to use in this game. I'm not a huge fan of the Koshka. The SDM I don't even feel really is like a sniper rifle, you know, and it isn't good, but now it looks like it's gotten a lot better. Speaking of the SDM, it now has aim assist while you hip fire it. I'm telling you, man, this gun is barely a sniper rifle. It should have been in tactical rifles. I don't understand that one. The Koshka's recoil centers more reliably after the first shot now as well, so if that's something that matters to you, there you go. You now have that first shot centering. And now we're getting into that real shit that I wanted to talk about, man. Grip 2 has reduced flinch mitigation. Whatever, you know. Grip 2 is still going to be overpowered regardless of how you look at it. I hate Grip 2 in this game, but the specialists, they have changed them. Lord Vandahar, you've done it again, man. Thank fucking God with these changes. I mean, when you start hearing these, you guys might start ejaculating. Please cover your penis with a towel now. I just want to let you know Ajax has been nerfed. The game will be playable once more. His 9-bang flash effect duration has been reduced by 25%, so you're not going to stand around looking like a fucking moron staring at a white screen for 90 seconds in a corner until he comes running up and smashes your shit. Also, big change. I've been calling for this for I don't even know how long. It only makes sense that Tactical Mask counters the 9-bang. I don't understand why it didn't counter it well from the jump, but the 9-bang is now countered more effectively by the Tactical Mask. On top of that, thank God, the bullet spread in his Fortify stance while using the Ballistic Shield, basically when he's using his Invincible Riot Shield shooting you, the bullet spread has been increased by 25%. Also, the turn speed is now slowed when he's hit by a concussion. His turn speed is now slowed when he's hit by a concussion with his shield equipped. They resolved an issue that could prevent him from being shot from certain angles from behind with the Ballistic Shield equipped. There's also a third-person sound effect for charges 2 and 3 of the 9-bangs. I'm glad this fucking idiot finally got nerfed into the ground. You knew someone was going to run Ajax on the other team and just abuse him. He was super abusable. Now it seems like, especially with you being able to really start to counter that 9-bang, on top of the fact that he's less accurate with that shield, and there's more opportunities to shoot and counter him with that shield, he's going to get nerfed, and I'm glad to see that because he's been ruining the game in my opinion. This one matters a lot to me. Prophet has finally gotten improved Tempest accuracy. I love that thing, but I just don't feel like it's very accurate. On top of that, the charges and stuff that he lets off that are attached to players cannot be destroyed by explosives anymore, and they also fixed an issue where the Seeker could get stuck in a loop on Morocco. That thing is still brain dead as fuck anyways. It doesn't track properly. I just don't like that, you know. I like his sniper, his little charge rifle, but I can't stand the Seeker drone. With Firebreak, his Purifier will now properly damage a strike team. I don't know if anyone really cares about that. I've never tried to use a Purifier on a strike team before anyways. With Ruin, they resolved an issue that could lead to his grapple gun failing to connect to surfaces while the player was moving. Once again, don't really use them. If you use them, you might be happy to hear that. I don't know. They have altered the perks as well. Like I said, Tac Mask is finally getting increased resistance to the 9-bang, Concussion Grenade, and Razor Wire, so I'm really glad to see that they're also trying to counter Torque out a little bit too with Tac Mask. Makes it worth running almost. On top of that, Flak Jacket now has increased resistance to explosive damage. Cold-Blooded increases the delay period before the enemy AI will target players during maintained lines of sight. It gets them more time for cover or to fight back against an enemy AI. Dead Silence has gotten a little bit of a buff. It will now suppress player sounds related to healing, taking fall damage, or surfacing while swimming, once again making that worth running. Dead Silence sucks in this game. I'm glad to see they're finally buffing it a little bit. The Strike team is catching quote-unquote a nerf. By that I mean that teams can now only have one Strike team in at a time, so yeah. They also added in Endurance Chaos Mosh Pit. I don't really care about that. They did alter the spawns in a lot of different modes for different maps. It also says this map Silo, that it's listed in the spawns. What is Silo? I've never played this map. I don't think it's in the game. Is this a accidental leak of a map in the game? Is this maybe a DLC map or something coming in the future? I don't know. I've never played Silo. I've never heard of Silo. I've never seen a gameplay on Silo. I think at this point with like 3 days played in the game, I would know if it's in there. I've never seen it, never heard of it. No clue what that means, but they've adjusted the spawns and stuff, quote unquote. They keep always saying that. They apparently also fixed hardpoint spawns to reduce weight given to spawns near the hardpoint. I don't know. They keep saying that. I don't trust them. They did change a little bit with custom games. As a matter of fact, you can now get CWL variants in custom games. So I guess that's pretty cool. I mean, especially if you play wagers or anything like that. So on top of that, they did actually do some changes to Heist, where a lot of the streaks and stuff like that have been increased in cost. They've done a lot of stability changes and stuff, especially to zombies. They said they fixed like 60 plus issues or something. They did a little bit of changes to the reactive camos. They resolved some issues with that. The Helion salvo now progresses by destroying snipers' nests, attack choppers, gunships, sentry guns, or mantises. So, yeah, I guess. Shoot down streaks, get shit. Overall, man, this is a good update. I'm sorry. I've been shitting on the game for a long time about not getting fixed. They finally have made some fixes to the game that actually seem to make it way more playable, so I'm glad that that happened. I'm really glad they made some changes that fix a lot of this shit. I didn't see anything about the diamond camo glitch where players turn sideways while shooting get fixed. I'm kind of pissed about that because it gets obnoxious when the hitboxes get messed with and stuff like that, so hopefully they do find a fix for that soon. But like 95% of my issues with the game so far that aren't black market related have been changed and fixed with these patches. Of course, they did add in the blackjack shop today, where you can buy skins and shit, whatever you want to call them, gestures and whatnot, for COD points. It depends for me, man. I play like 5 or 6 different specialists all the time, so I'm not a huge fan of these single character skins and stuff, but if there's one for battery or something I like, I don't know, maybe. Another thing they did add that I really want to talk about, especially when it comes to the progression and the tiers, is a daily tier skip. I think this is an awesome feature. What they did is they added in something that every day, if you get on and you win a multiplayer match or a blackout match, you automatically get progressed 1 tier. In the past, I think that's awesome, man. I mean, literally all you gotta do is get on and play. It's not hard to win in Call of Duty, you know? You just get on, you play, you get progression. It rewards you for playing, it rewards players and stuff like that. That's like 50 free tiers or something every day, you know, of course, in the tier market and whatnot. So that's like 1/4 of the tier just by getting on and winning a game every day. And then progression and stuff. I like that they did the double tier XP and stuff over the weekend. That was nice. Honestly, I think that's where the progression should be anyways. I think that was probably about the right amount of tier XP to earn. Now all we really need is challenges and stuff that we can also complete to unlock more tiers and stuff. I think if they do like 2 challenges a day plus that daily tier skip, that's fine right there. You know, I think that's good. So hopefully they do make that change soon. Anyway, I just wanted to talk about it, man. It's like, I've been shitting on the game for a long time, and I don't love doing that, you know? I want to be positive about the game, but it has to give me good reasons to be positive. This is a good reason to be positive. This is a really good update. I'm glad to see that these changes have been made. Should have been made from day one, but, you know, I can't say anything else besides that, you know. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you're brand new around here. Follow me on Twitter at @subtooptimus. Join the Discord down below. Thank you to my channel members who support me financially to help circumvent demonetization and other issues. If you'd like to join the Optimus Battle Pass, you can do so down below for $5 a month. Help support my content and get free perks and exclusive shit in return. And until my next video, guys, this is Optimus countering Ajax and signing out.